We're all smiles here. Arsenal have beaten Brighton 2-0. And actually, to be fair, around the 50th, 60th minute when we got the goal, it isn't even too late for a goal. But it just felt nervy after Villa, but we got there, Turkish.
Yeah, listen, that first half was pretty flawless from start to near finish because we couldn't finish our dinner in that first half, similar to the 90 against Aston Villa. Second half, we needed an early goal because the more that sort of dragged, the more we'll be looking at it like, is this another Villa? Is this another Villa? So that early goal in the second half really helped things. Quite fortunate the way it landed to Jesus, but, you know, at the end of the day, we was unfortunate with some of the chances we failed to convert into a real chance in the first half. So that goal was a big one. We needed it. Yeah,
we definitely did. I want to ask you about the word fluidity you've used a lot. I don't think Arsenal... I think Arsenal are opening up a little bit, but they don't look a team that are conceding that much going the other way. I know Luton was a bit of a disaster, the early goal at Villa, but really when you think about the full 90s in these games, Brighton include today, we've got Matoma, Dingra, Ferguson, some real talent. We're containing teams well.
Yeah, on the fluidity thing, I haven't mentioned that in a little while because I think since the first game or the second game against Sevilla, we've really picked it up.
Yeah.
And today, one of the things I noticed is when we went 1-0 up, we were still very much pressing, very much wanting the ball, very much still in an attacking kind of phase mentally. And that was something different to what we've seen earlier in the season where we'd score a goal and maybe we'd sit back a little more, try and, you know, regain control again before going for a second. Today, we seemed like we wanted the second straight away. We didn't get it straight away, but I saw that welcome change. And overall, we are more fluid. We are better in the transition from defence to attack. And I think, lo and behold, the amount of chances we've started creating in recent weeks and games, the proof's in the pudding.
Do we need to give a bit more credit to Mikel Arteta? I think 4 years goes quickly. And look, it wasn't that long ago that we were really in the mud as a football club. We've won a game to go top of the league. Of course, Liverpool play, and by the time you're watching this, maybe they've regained that spot. But trading blows with Liverpool, 5 ahead of Man City. But then also, against a good De Zerbi side, we didn't just go out, play our football and win, scoring 2 goals. You saw things tactically out there that you were like, Mikel Arteta has coached this team. And we could take a lot of pride in the way Arsenal apply themselves physically and tactically in these games.
I think Mikel Arteta, he's proven to have special qualities for sure. I think the label special manager probably comes with major trophies, but I think he's got all the ingredients necessary to be a special manager. I think being an Arsenal fan, we've seen and known the amount of work he's had to do in the last 4 years. So as much as, you know, opposition or some Arsenal fans might turn around and say 8th, 5th, no major trophy since the FA Cup. FA Cup was Emery's team. I get all of that. I understand it. But, you know, you have got to take a step back sometimes. And I always said after Arsene Wenger, if this club starts moving correctly, it'll take 3 years minimum to start challenging for a title again. Now, I don't think after Wenger we did start moving correctly. We brought Emery in, but our transfer dealings was quite skewed. We found out that Emery didn't want some players. So once he kind of left and Arteta came in, I really do feel like now looking back, that was the hard reset. That was we're starting to move like a big club again. And 3 years later, we challenged for a league title. So that's where I'm looking at it from a perspective that I was so frustrated and demoralised under the latter years of Wenger that I knew it would take any manager 3 years to turn this around. Let alone a manager that has no experience. So Arteta, he's shown special qualities for sure. And I think he can win the Premier League. A lot of people think because last season he didn't mean that the question still remains, can he? I get in one sense, okay, because he hasn't, you're asking can he? But to be top of the league after 30 games, it shows that, you know, you can build a side to win a league. We didn't last season, we must this season, especially with Man City. They've dropped points 5 of the last 6 games. I mean, if you couple up maybe their last 2 seasons, maybe there's 5 games across 2 seasons they've dropped points in, or maybe just above that. So we've really got to capitalise. Unfortunately for us, Liverpool seem to be at it this season. So as much as, you know, we are capitalising recently on Man City's drop points, Liverpool are also doing the same. We've got an Anfield trip to go.
Villa are doing the same, irritatingly.
Yeah, Villa are doing the same. I don't worry too much about Villa. I don't think they'll be in and around the title conversation come end of the season. But I've seen far stranger things happen with Leicester winning the Premier League. So we'll see. We'll see about Aston Villa come March, April. Man City, now they're going Club World Cup. They've just dropped points. It's a chance for us and Liverpool to really not put a nail in the coffin, but put a nail in the coffin. Not the final nail, but, you know, if Man City were to come back from Club World Cup being 9 points or 12 points behind an Arsenal or a Liverpool, I'm talking for both clubs here, then that could really be a big blow. Yeah. Especially when you look at their form as well. They don't seem the same team as last season. So I think it's up to us to capitalise. And next week's game is another one where we can really, capitalise at the double.
Yeah.
With Man City not playing and Liverpool being top of I'm going to assume they're going to top of the league because they'll beat Man United. And I don't mind being clipped up for that, because if they don't beat Man United, it's better for us. So clip me up all you want. But I do expect them to beat Man United, be top of the league. So yeah, next week at Anfield, big chance for us to lay a marker down.
Yeah, fair enough. And final question, in a name, one name, man of the match.
Odegaard.
Fair enough. The shimmies, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, listen, on Odegaard, he should have scored today. He should have scored today, but he was magic. Yeah. And that ball he played into Saka for what happened?
The Martinelli chance, outside of the boot.
Yeah, ball was just incredible. That ball was straight out of Ozil's playbook. I just wanted him to get on the score sheet. It is his birthday after all. I don't know if you knew that. But I think also Eddie, when he came on, there were so many moments, either Kai had it, or Odegaard had it, or Martinelli had it, or Saka had it, going into the final third, where they delay the final pass and that ruined the move. Whereas Eddie picks it up in that moment. And if you cast your mind back 2 weeks ago against Brentford, a similar chance, instead of looking up to pass, head down, very much he wants it himself. This time round, one touch out of his feet. Yeah. And he played quite an intricate, smart pass.
Really
because,
good pass,
he put some disguise behind it as well. So I think Eddie deserves credit there, because that wrapped up the game. If that goal didn't go in, potentially we're talking about a 1-1 here.
Yeah, could have been nervous. Cheers, Turkish. Nice in a bit.